Warning. Although this video contains action figure reviews, it is intended for the adult collector and may contain some lowbrow humor. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is Stuff and Things. This is Stuff and Things.
Greetings and salutations, my fellow Stuffketeers. Goldy coming at you with another Stuff and Things review. And today we'll be looking at the brand new Hasbro Pulse exclusive retro-carded Ironman, or modular armor Ironman with plasma cannon. Now this is exclusive to Pulse. We're about to dive in and give you a full depth review right now. The box on this guy is big and impressive, let me tell you. And it's pretty cool, to be dead honest. Now, this is just the outer shell of the box, of course. Inside lays the tasty Iron Man goodness. First, you have to get through the box to get to the Iron Man goodness. Let's take a look at all the sides on the box right now. Side of the box is pretty cool. It says Iron Man in that old style 90s digital writing. It looks like the 90s boxes that you would see at your KB Toys when you walked in as a kid to grab your Iron Man figure. And of course, it's going to come with a plasma cannon, which we all know what it really is. Now let's take a look at the back of the box. Back of the box has this interesting little diagram here. Of course, it is brought to you by Hasbro and Marvel Comics' Iron Man. It's got a nice little description bio here, and of course, it does show you can swap out the head, swap out some hands, and of course, it comes with the photon cannon. Plasma cannon. Let's get Iron Man out of his cardboard tomb and see what he's all about. Now, once you've released Iron Man from the box, he is yet on a retro card, which is totally cool, man. It looks good. I love it. Love it! But then this is kind of interesting. Inside the box with Iron Man is the plasma cannon, which is also inside a box. So you get a box inside a box inside a box. All right, then. Let's just get a quick look at this box. It's pretty cool, as you can see here, guys. The plasma cannon is inside another box, as you could see. Little Iron Man artwork on the sides there. And then, of course, there's a little diagram in back that shows you how exactly this thing works. It goes on a stick. It's got one of the classic little, blast effects that you would get with any of your regular Iron Men. And that's about all she wrote on this guy. So, as you can see, Iron Man on the card looks real good. I absolutely love those retro cards, man. Like I said, back in the day, I used to work at the KB in Orland Mall, and it just takes you back, man. It gives you flashback nightmares to retail. It just takes you back to when these figures looked like that, and they were cool, and they were like $8.99 a figure. But either which way, we'll take a look at the back of the retro card right now. Again, you can see it's just got the little diagram up top of Iron Man here, the Iron Man logo, and the nice little yellow diagram of how to take the hands off and swap the heads. So basically, that's all she wrote on the packaging. I like the packaging. I thought it was pretty nice. I'm not going to really complain about it, because why complain about something? I'm an out-of-box collector, and why complain about something that eventually just down the road I'm going to be like, oh my lord, I'm a hoarder, and I'm just going to throw out anyway. So anyway, let's get Iron Man out of his retro card, and let's see how he compares to the original modular release Iron Man, and we shall go from there, people. Modular Armor Iron Man comes to you chock full of accessories. And when I say chock full, I mean like a Snickers bar. This guy's packed and loaded. He comes with 2 repulsor blast hands, 2 hands for gripping the plasma cannon. He comes with some weird ball accessory of energy that I think you put on his fist for some strange reason. He comes with the Unibeam accessory, Unibeam, which is really cool, actually. It attaches on the arc reactor. We'll get to that later. He goes with the 90s mulleted Tony Stark head, and he does come with the original modular armor head, which is just painted to the new deco. And I opted to put on the actual head that he came with the little slit in the mouth. And of course, it comes with the photon cannon, and it's little itty bitty blast. Itty little bitty blast. Again, chock full of accessories. Now let's take a look how Iron Man's going to look with his good boy, Rhodey. And here's how your modular armor Iron Man's going to look with his good friend, Colonel James Rhodes, which, I opted for the new retro carded version because of the more Marvel vs. Capcom colors, as you could see. But that's how it's going to look on your display shelf, which I think is pretty nice. I mean, it looks good. I think it looks real good. Now check this out. You can throw the Tony Stark head on the Obadiah Stane MCU body, and I mean, the colors don't match perfectly, but it's not a bad 90s representation of, 90s Tony Stark. The head does not seat properly on the peg. It does not. You kind of just got to let it hang there. If you push it down all the way, Tony Stark's got no neck. But, I mean, it's not the worst. The head's a little big. Yeah, I know you guys are probably going to say that in your comments. But it's not a bad 90s Stark. It's an option. It's an option. But, God, I love that mullet. It's so awesome. But 90 Stark, guys. 90 Stark. Here's Iron Man with the Unibeam effect that I said attaches to the arc reactor. Looks cool, man. I like it. Nice little added bonus effect. Like I said, you'll just follow the triangle when you get it in the box, and it just snaps on and stays there. And it's pretty sweet, though. It's definitely a cool little added bonus for our Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Iron Man. I mean, our Modular Armor 90s animated series Iron Man. I mean, we know what it really is. Maybe the interesting ball effect is for calling forth his proton cannon, because in the game, it does go, proton cannon. And it goes, and then he grabs it, something, maybe. But that's that ball effect, guys. And here he is with his old version from the Ursa Major wave, the Modular Armor Iron Man. Now, the only giant differences I could see is this head looks a little bit bigger and the arc reactor's sunk in a little bit more, so you could attach that unibeam effect. Other than that, I think it's just, in my opinion, like me personally, I like the more cartoony colors. I think they pop more. It looks more like a comic book. It looks more like the cartoon. I mean, I love the more chrome look, the way that one looks, or the way the more it looks like, Iron Man. But me personally, I like the cartoony look. So I think this guy will be now replaced by this guy. But that's just my personal opinion, So now what we're going to get into, guys, real quick here is a segment that everybody seems to somehow really enjoy. I don't understand it, but I mean, if you own Marvel Legends, you know exactly what the Articulation Breakdown Modular Iron Man 90 style. Yeah! That's a lot, guys. That is a ton. But anyway, Modular Iron Man is on the, the Modular Iron Man box. So basically, he's got the T-bar in the legs. He cannot Van Damme that great. I mean, it's not bad for a guy wearing a metal suit, but Van Damme-wise, we're going to say he's a 7. He's a 7 Van Damme. Now let's bring him back over here. He does, of course, have the boot cut for the swivel here. Ankle rocker and swivel. Ankle rocker and swivel. Double jointed knees that have a pretty good range of motion. I mean, that's not terrible at all in my opinion. That's a pretty good range of motion. He's got the thigh cut up here, so you got the swivel, which is awesome. Again, we're on the T-bar here. He does have the waist swivel for a 360-degree motion. The ab crunch is pretty good. He could get really forward, and he could get back pretty good for some really nice dynamic flying poses. The arms do have the interchangeable hands that come off relatively easy. They just pop right off. I'm sure you heard the pop there, but it does also have the swivel there. So it's, on a peg and a swivel, so you get a great range of motion. He does have double jointed elbows. Both joints work really nice, and they get an extremely great range of motion. Like, extremely great. Like, that's fantastic. Now, on my original Modular Armor Iron Man, this joint was a little tight. I did not like it, so I used a little Palmolive to make it work properly. Yes, a dab of Palmolive, and you just work it slow, and it starts to loosen itself. But anyway, this one feels great. Spins fine. The only joint I'm having a little issue with here, we're on a ball and a swivel there of 360 degrees. It does have the swivel in there. This guy's tight. That's real tight. Hear it? Yeah, that's tight. The neck is a ball joint with a swivel, which is awesome. I don't know why they didn't do the retro Spider-Man like that. I think it would just be awesome. And the head does come off really, really nice and easy. So you can swap it out with your... this one pops on a little tight, but I can get this under. 90s Iron Man, ladies and gentlemen. There he is in all his 90s glory with his awesome 90s mullet. You might see him shopping at your local Walmart in the South, but other which way, I mean, there he is. That's the 90s Iron Man, and I love it. I mean, it's 2 giant thumbs up. I think it's great, other than the wonky leg that I had to fix. But other than that, I think it's awesome. I like the colors. I like everything. I don't like the fact that there's no paint deco in the lines there, as there is on the box. But we all know what happens as things go through prototypes and blah, 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 blah. So let's get rid of this guy, and let's look at the one thing that everybody really, really wanted to look at, and that is this. The Photon Cannon, which has a decent amount of little detail to it. It's got some, grays in there. It's got some, the little stand is removable, so you just put it on in a little peg hole there. Very nice. The little blast effect is, of course, removable. It comes off there. It is 2 parts. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but this little, yeah, there it is. It comes off. It just is a biatch. So anyway, we do have the nice little painting in there. We got the reds. I mean, it's definitely a nice little accessory, but was it... I don't know, the going rate on a retro card is like 22 to 24 these days. Was this little accessory really worth I don't know if it was 39 or 49 on Hasbro Pulse exclusive where I got this. But you can attach this in there. The smaller little blast can fit in there. It's, it's your Photon Cannon. Now let's take a look at how we set Iron Man up with this Photon Cannon and how it looks. And there she is, ladies and gentlemen, the absolute money shot. How Iron Man looks with the Photon Cannon. And I gotta say, all stupid little complaints aside, I mean, at the end of the day, it's an action figure. It's a toy. They mass produce millions of these. There's gonna be QC issues. I love it. I think it's great. It is too enormous. Stuff and things, thumbs up. I think this figure's totally worth the time and the money, and if you could grab one off Hasbro Pulse, I would do it. I don't know if it's available fan channel exclusive or not. I've not seen it anywhere other than Pulse. So if you want the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Iron Man, Hasbro Pulse it is. Now guys, if you like my channel, hit the little subscribe button right here. That way you could help me out by subscribing. And guess what? I could help you out by letting you know that there's a notification bell that you could hit. That way you know when I'm going to bring you more reviews, which are incoming. More stuff coming very soon. And Iron Man rules, man. He's a giant stuff and things. Thumbs up. Guys, it's been your boy Goldy with another Stuff and Things review. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. So, that's about all I got. The holidays are around the season. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Now, you guys, if you didn't know this, I've been doing this channel since 2012. I mean, like I said, it's a labor of love. It's a labor of passion. I love doing this. I love reviewing the toys. I love being honest about it. But anyway, guys, all I can say is thank you for supporting me all these years. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for being awesome human beings. And thank you for watching my stupid videos with my stupid comments and my stupid little things that I do. Because without you guys, I'm just a stupid guy making videos for myself. And I appreciate everything you guys do. So that's what I am most thankful for this Thanksgiving, is you guys. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. It's been your boy Goldy. This has been Stuff and Things.
For all my wacky Stuff and Things misadventures, be sure to follow Stuff and Things with Goldy on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Stuff and Things! It does have the really cool artwork from like the 90s style cards that you would see. Cat.